what I wanted to talk about is that you're not a traditional therapist, not only because you wear a lot of hats, but you do e-therapy because you acknowledge that a lot of students and parents can't travel for therapy and it takes up a lot of time. And you do use digital tools in your therapy. Can you talk about how you use digital tools to build cognitive skills and then how that translates to schoolwork and what kinds of things you do to help students learn? This is what I practice. This is how I'm going to apply this to the class or the coursework that I have to accomplish to get good grades.
Tools. It's funny because I laugh and I'm like, did I manifest that? Because I have been working so hard to reach areas that don't have the therapist or don't have the tools. And while I know therapy is a big thing now, it wasn't always. And I still don't know that it's used or utilized to its benefit. So what I always say is, because there's a lot of negative with it, I get asked all the time, like, are you just going to put my kid on a computer program? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, no, I'm not. But the beautiful part about the digital world and artificial intelligence is I've had both ways. So I've had clinicians who work for me deliver therapy not using artificial intelligence, not using digital tools, and I've had therapists work underneath me who use digital tools. I can assure you, if you balance the clinician with the artificial intelligence, that is the perfect and the best solution, and here's why. A therapist who can only do what they can do, and they tend to fall into this pattern of, if they're not perfected in it, then they'll avoid that area. So let me just give you an example. Let's say a client struggles with logic and reasoning, visual processing, and auditory processing. So all three of those areas are on the treatment plan. The therapist may or may not be strong in logic and reasoning. Guess what they tend to focus therapy on? The visual processing and the auditory processing, because we're humans and we tend to want to deliver something that we feel positive and comfortable with. When you pair, when the therapist is more of a facilitator and allows the artificial intelligent digital tool work, you will get the best result, because the digital tool is already programmed in. They're not using anything subjective. They're going from a total research base and can deliver the service better than a clinician who lacks that area or is not as strong as that in that area and throws in their own subjective personality in it. I don't know if that makes sense, but so for me, it's truly been a game changer. And I wish more and more people would believe the power that we as therapists have using those digital tools. It can 100%, it's just a game changer. Now, I am a fan of, full disclosure, you have to be accountable. You have to have someone be accountable in this artificial intelligence world for people that are struggling. If I just gave the client a digital program and let them go, they're not going to go past the point of pain, which is what I need them to go to most of the time, because our brain wants to shut off at 40% max. It feels pain, it signals to the amygdala, fight or flight, fight, flight, or freeze, and it gets out. What a coach, what a therapist, what someone using that digital tool can do is can push you past the point that you need to go, and that you believe you can even go. So that is where the magic happens in my